and all of that sort of stuff. So I just thought, this is the prophecy of these people. What have these people done? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Jehovah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So I was thinking, well, it doesn't sound like it turns out well for these people. What were these people doing? Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with slain men. In the hills and in the valleys and in all thy rivers they shall fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yehovah. I'm thinking, wow, whatever these people are doing, this is terrible. Don't want to be in the camp of these people. That because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas Yehovah was there. Okay, now this is significant, because what we'll see is that Edom has taken possession of what was Jacob's. They said, we'll have these two nations. Okay, even though Yehovah is there, okay, and protector over the land, we'll still go in and take it. But this, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Jehovah, I will do even according to thine anger, and according to thine envy which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. And thou shalt know that I am Yehovah, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel. I was thinking, that's really not good. I've just asked if we should speak against Israel, and this is the passage that I've been shown. Probably shouldn't be speaking against Israel here. They are laid desolate, they are given us to consume. Thus with your mouth ye have boasted against me, and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord Jehovah, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. I was thinking, oh no. I don't want to be made desolate while everyone else in the world is rejoicing. Just in the millennial kingdom when everything's great, I don't want to be desolate at that point. Is that what he's saying to me? As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, I will do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yehovah. Okay, what's actually going on here is seen in that verse that we looked at before. Okay, basically, Idumea, Mount Seir, it's all Edom. Okay, they're all different names for Edom. So Edom has taken possession of Israel. Okay, that is what his problem is. So I came to the fellowship a couple of weeks later, and Charlie just happened to mention in passing that he'd been looking at something about the Edomites being the Jews who were in Israel at the moment, or being the Zionists who are in Israel. So I went home after, and I prayed about it. I said, please show me something in Scripture about this, about the Edomites being the people who are in Jerusalem. This is what he led me to, okay? It says, shall I not in that day, saith Yehovah, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of Mount Esau? I thought, well, this is relevant, okay, what's this going to say? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, that every one of the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Okay.
I thought I'd go and have a look at Jewish literature to see what they say about their origins. And here we see three quotes. And the first is in the 1925 Jewish Encyclopedia, which says that Esau, Edom, is modern Jewry. And of course this is contrary to what most people believe today, which is that the Jews are God's chosen people because they are the Israelites. But here the Jewish literature is saying that they are actually from the tribe of Edom, not the tribe of Israel. In the Jewish Almanac in 1980 it says, strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or Hebrew. And that's because, truthfully speaking, they're not the Hebrews or Israelites, they are really the Edomites. And also we see here in the Encyclopedia Judaica that Edomite Jews began to call themselves Hebrews and Israelites in 1860.
Have latched on to Israel as a tactic, as a strategy.
Like I saw America's plunging in the polls. They have us do the dirty work, then they destroy us.
Absolutely. Look, the Rothschilds and the others are Sabbatean Jews. They worship Satan. They don't worship the Bible. They have a serpent that they worship. I know this sounds fantastic. Of course it is. But what we
that was because of that ancient area north of Georgia. That was the
right, Kazakhstan, Georgia, all those areas in there. Those people migrated over to Europe. There were 3 million Polish people. Now, when Israel was formed, David Ben-Gurion, the first prime minister, was a Polish guy. Shimon Peres is Polish. That wasn't even their names. They changed their names to sound like they were Israelites. So we have a nation of imposters. But it would be wrong of us to hate these people. It would be wrong of us to not get the right idea here. The right idea is this. These people have been used. They have been used for foul purposes. They have been used to set up a bastion in the Middle East. But they will be dealt with. They'll be destroyed once.
Among the Jewish Americans who understood the urgency of the rise of Nazism were Zionists, and they organized to rescue Jews from Germany under the auspices of the Jewish Agency for Palestine. The Romance of a People, which the Jewish Agency for Palestine supported and sponsored, was the highlight of Jewish Day at the Chicago World's Fair. It was really something that there even existed a Jewish Day at the fair. There were a lot of ethnic days, and we'll talk a little bit about how Jewish Day came to be one of them. But it was the highlight. It would use a chorus of over 3,500 people. Colossal stage properties, as you can imagine, amplified sound, the very latest in lighting effects, music that spanned 4,000 years of Jewish history and experience in diaspora. And you may ask, how could a minority population coming under attack, as it was, assert its pride so forcefully at an international exposition? And the answer lies, I think, in the special conditions of the World's Fair that sought to bring the whole world into one concentrated space, but that is also in large part attributable to the men and women who created and pushed the production forward. And so the people behind the pageant, the producers. One really cannot speak of the romance of a people without speaking of one key figure who produced the pageant against resistance and in spite of the gargantuan undertaking it was to create a performance event that would fill Soldier Field. And that was Meyer Weisskall. Weisskall was then the executive director of activities in the Midwest for the Zionist Organization of America, and he was the producer of the pageant. He spearheaded it, and he was perhaps spurred on, he perhaps gained confidence because he had produced a very successful Hanukkah pageant the year before, actually just maybe 5-6 months before. And he felt that performance would be the appropriate representation of the Jewish people at the World's Fair.
We're going to call together 110 black preachers. And we all going to get together, and it was a good meeting in there. First of all, when you check it out, you so-called black, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indians, Donald Trump has historically been racist. How come throughout his campaign, the Central Park 5 haven't come up? Right. How come nobody has questioned him on that? Bring it up. They swept that under the rug. And that was a superior show of the so-called white man's supremacy that he had in his mind against you. But you didn't bring that up. You don't bring that up. You don't never put Donald Trump on the spot and question him about the Central Park 5.
Right.
Why is that?
Right.
Because you sweep that under the rug and you get 110 Negro preachers and you say, oh, you know, we all together now. And all he's doing is hustling up the black vote. That's all Donald Trump is doing.
Right.
He down scrambling up the black vote. That's all he's doing. He ain't doing nothing special for you Negroes. But yet and still, well, you know what you do? You accept everything that this devil dish out to you. But up here, you better accept the commandments of the Lord or you're going to die with America.
Right.
What you got, brother? Read.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4.
God.
Thus saith the Lord, my power.
Come on.
Feed the flock of the
The
slaughter.
Lord said, feed the flock of the slaughter. Come on.
Who possessors slay them.
Our possessors slay us. They're constantly killing us. I ain't even hear about that case in Chicago, brother. The new case. Right, a 19-year-old brother and a 55-year-old woman. Unbelievable. And you know what? They have no regard for our age or nothing.
Right.
They just don't give a damn. They just murder us. And this is right after the Sandra Bland case came down and no indictment.
Right.
So they just add insult to injury. They just like, man, we can just kill y'all and get away with it now.
Right.
Because they know the majority of Negro, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian, you ain't gonna do a damn thing about it. You're gonna go buy some Christmas presents and smile.
Right.
And drink some damn eggnog and get drunk and kiss under the mistletoe or something. And put that Babylonian damn phallic symbol in your house.
That's right.
They know you're not gonna do anything. All you're gonna do is run to Macy's at 2 o'clock in the damn morning and give your money back to Master.
Right.
You're not gonna do a damn thing, so they're gonna keep killing you.
Right.
Man, look at a Freddie Gray case, a hung jury. Nothing's done about it. We need to hang some damn cracker cops. It will be even. But nothing's done about it because America's a white supremacist, racist, wicked damn society, and they're gonna keep killing our people. The Lord gonna let them keep killing our people until you wake the hell up. Right, God, brother, read.
Whose possessors slay them.
Our possessors slay us. Aren't we a possession to the so-called white man? Yes. You still a slave in 2015, 2016. You still a slave in America.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they hold themselves not guilty. No indictment, no charges brought up, not guilty. Trial and everything, but nothing's done about it. Right, come on.
And they sell them, and they that sell them
And
say,
they that sell us say, come on,
blessed be the Lord,
blessed be the Lord, come on.
for I am rich.
For I am rich, go ahead.
And their own
Our
shepherds
own so-called leaders, come on.
pity them not.
They don't have no pity on us, man. They don't have no pity. Al Sharpton was up there in Harlem yesterday with his damn red Christmas sweater on, looking like a black Santa Claus, up there talking about, patting Bill de Blasio on the back saying, you doing a good job. What the hell is Bill de Blasio doing for New York City? Not a damn thing.
Right.
Like, he ain't nothing but the same racist, greaseball Italian that hate Negroes like anybody else. That black wife don't matter. That little black West Indian wife don't matter. He just saved her from a life of lesbianism.
Right.
That's all he did. He took her out of her lesbian life and he married her. But that don't mean anything. Don't you know how much tokenism the white man deals with, the so-called white man deals with? Right, they deal with a lot of tokenism. So they'll throw a little Negro on their arm and make it look good, like something really changing. They ain't changing. They still the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And they still hate our people. And until you wake the hell up, come back to your true identity and nationality and fight them back, they're gonna keep killing you. Right, good. Read.
For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land,
Good.
saith the Lord.
Jump that. Give me Galatians 6 and 7. Right, this is what the Lord said. You got to start getting some vengeance. But a lot of you don't believe in vengeance, man. You just letting the devil step all on your damn head and your neck. And you sit there and say, can I have another one, sir, please?
May I have another one, please?
May I have another one, sir, please? I like that. I like this affliction. I like this oppression. I like you kicking me in the back of my head and neck. Can I have another one, sir, please? Right, God, brother, read. Unbelievable, but yet very believable. Read.
Galatians chapter 6, verse 7.
Come on.
Be not
The
deceived.
Lord said, don't be deceived. Come on.
The Most High is not mocked.
You cannot mock the Most High God power of Israel. Good.
For whatsoever a man
See
soweth,
that everything they sold? Come on.
that shall he also reap.
They're gonna get paid back for it.
That's right.
But what did the Lord say? There's gonna have to be affliction on our people. And we told you. Hell, even the Final Call told you. The Final Call did a report back in 2001 after 9/11.
Right.
And they said, in one of the issues of the Final Call, they said the day is coming in America where the police are just going to kill you wholesale.
That's right.
They even prophesied that, man, and it's coming to that. Yeah, I had the actual Final Call, and it's coming to that time. We in that time. They murdering you. They don't even care about your damn pagan holiday. They killing you left and right, no concern. And what do our people do? You lay your body down and you let them continue to walk with you. You love the oppression. But the Lord is going to put a spirit out here where at least a remnant is going to get fed up. Give me Micah 7 and 5. No, Micah 5 and 7. Salaki. Micah chapter 5 verse 7. It's pathetic, man. Pathetic. The black woman going to tell me, oh, shut up earlier. Don't be talking about Christmas. Unbelievable, man. Because she want to lie to her son and tell her son, a fat white man in a damn red suit came down the chimney and bought him some presents. And she knows she been working the last 2-3 months overtime so she can get them presents.
Right.
But she gonna lie to her child. Oh, don't say that, it's for the children. Don't mess up the children's Christmas. Wait a minute, Jesus Christ was not born on December 25th.
That's right.
So you're lying to the child. You might as well be honest and say, look, I just want to buy you some presents and be like everybody else.
Right.
But don't lie and tell them it's Jesus' birthday. Don't lie. Because why? A lot of them children they're gonna get older and they're gonna get mad.
Right.
I know when I got old, I said, listen, man, this damn thing is a lie, man. He was telling me about some fat white man when I was younger. I was mad. I was like, you lied to me. You lied and told me about this fat white man coming to bring you some damn presents and gifts.
Right.
It was a damn lie. Read what you got, brother. Read.
Micah chapter 5, verse 7.
Well, you say the devil name and he appeared. All right, there he is. Right, go ahead. Right, right, go ahead, brother. Read.
And the remnant of Jacob
Come on.
shall be in the midst of many people.
See that? We're going to be in the midst of many people. What do you see out here? You're going to see all kinds of Gentiles.
Right.
You see Muslims walking up and down out here celebrating Christmas.
Right.
Right, yeah, you see straight up die-hard Muslims. They got their head wraps on and everything, but they call up in a fa-la-la-la-la spirit.
Right.
Right, come on.
As dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass.
Come on.
That tarrieth not for men.
So when the race wars break out in America, in other words, it's going to be nothing that can hold it back. That's what it's talking about. That's what it's saying. Nothing's going to hold back the race wars in America. Go ahead.
Nor waiting for the sons of men.
Nor waiting for the sons of man. Come on.
And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles.
Come on.
In the midst of many, as a lion among the beasts of the forest.
You're going to be like a lion amongst the beasts of the forest. The so-called black man in that day is going to be ferocious.
Yes. Right.
Because the Lord going to put an unbelievable spirit on him. Yes. Right, and you're going to hunt down red devils like that.
That's right.
Right, you're going to hunt them down. Yeah, they're just as red as their damn jackets, man. Yeah, there you go, man. Right, they're just as red as their damn jackets, man. Right, Satan, the devil that the Bible speaks of. No peace to you. Right, no peace to you. Right, judgment and vengeance to you. That's right. No peace to you. Right, you're going to be dealt with for the evil that you've done. Go ahead.
As a young lion among the flocks of sheep.
What did the Lord say?
As a young lion.
The Lord said we're going to be like the young lion amongst the flocks of the sheep. Come on.
Amongst the flock of sheep.
Come on.
Who, if he go through.
It said if we go through, come on.
Both treadeth down.
Both treadeth down, come on.
And teareth in pieces.
And tear in pieces, come on.
And none can deliver.
And none can deliver. We got over 500 years of oppression to unleash on this devil.
That's right.
You know how angry the average brother's going to be? Y'all remember the sister, there's so many damn cases, man. Y'all remember the sister in South Carolina that the cop slammed her because she had the cell phone?
Yeah.
Now y'all remember there was a brother that they did a town hall meeting, and his brother was speaking. I think it was in South Carolina also. And his brother was speaking, and he was saying black men are becoming angry.
Right.
And he said, what happens in America when there's millions of black men like myself?
Right.
And he said, we're gonna have to start taking vengeance, and we're gonna have to start getting the justice that y'all not giving us. I was like, go ahead, brother, you on fire. Brother, you on fire? Yeah, any of y'all saw that video? It's online. Yeah, it was a big brother too, brawling brother. And he said, I'm a family man. And he said, listen, we're going to have to start getting the justice that y'all not giving to us.
Oh, yeah.
What happens when there's millions of black men like us in this country?
Oh, yeah,
What you think is going to happen?
I've seen it. Esau's like, is that
I said, damn it, Micah 5 and 7 is going to happen.
Yes.
Right, that's what's going to happen. Come on.
Esau was like, is that a threat?
Yeah, Esau was like, is that a threat right there? Is that a threat? Because see, one thing, the so-called white man, he runs for the hills when he see a militant Negro.
Right.
They run for the hills, man. They said, wait a minute, wait. Immediately they gonna have a CIA meeting. Listen, do we have to destabilize this angry Negro here? Is he another Khalid Muhammad? A threat to our white peace in America?
Right.
With guys like him, we can't make America great again. So when you got a brother that's like that, he's gonna be seen as a threat, and they're gonna say, you know what? We gotta get rid of him.
See?
We got to get rid of him. That's why the Edomites, that's why he said that. Is that a threat, sir? The sheriff or one of them law enforcement, he said to the brother, is that a threat? In other words, are you trying to intimidate us? And you better believe they had a meeting about that nigga. Later on that day, they went and sat down and said, listen, what are we going to do with this guy? This guy is maybe a concern here. You know, all right, just keep an eye on the nigga. Right, go ahead, brother, read that. Read.
Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries.
What did the Lord say?
Thine hand.
The Lord said, our hands, go ahead,
shall be lifted up.
They're going to be lifted up, come on.
Upon thine adversaries.
Upon our adversaries. How long can the devil get away with what he's doing to our people? Your hand is going to be lifted up against the enemy and the adversary. That's what it's talking about. It's going to be race wars and fighting in America. Right, come on.
And all thine enemies.
And what?
And all thy enemies.
And all our what?
And all thy enemies.
We got enemies. We got tons of enemies. We are enemy to ourselves. That's why they're murdering us and shooting us and killing us, and nothing gets done about it. Nothing gets done about it on any level. All you do is go back and say, Master, can I have some more? Master, give me some more. I'm gonna give you $8 million during Christmas so you can open some more jails for me.
Right.
So you can put some more guns in my neighborhood so we can kill each other. Right, come on.
And all thy enemies shall be cut off.
Read.
And it shall come to pass
Come on.
in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee.
Drop that. Give me Ezekiel 25 and 12. So it's coming. The time is coming. So we got to separate, get ourselves together, repent, and keep these commandments in the Bible, and love our nation only.
Right.
You act like you scared of that, man. If you can't include everybody else, it's scary to you.
Right.
It's scary. The fact of Negro unity is scary to our people. The fact of Israelite, all 12 tribes unity, it's scary to our people. You want to stay separate. You want to stay, we over here. The so-called white man allocate us certain freedoms here. He give us this here. He give us that there. He let us have this over here. So I'm scared to come together with my own people. I want to stay with Master because that's where it's better at. Right, read what you got, brother.
Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom.
Because Edom, which we all know is the biblical name for the so-called white man, because that Edom, go ahead,
have dealt against the house of Judah.
They have dealt against the house of Judah, the so-called Negroes. And they keep dealing against us. They're gonna kill a 55-year-old woman, man. What the hell is wrong with these devils? Oh, they the devil. Look. What else you gonna expect from them? A 55-year-old woman. How old was Eleanor Bumpers?
Something like that.
50-something, yeah. Yeah, it brought up last night. Check that out. Later, a few hours later. Check that out. We talked about her on 34th Street last night,
right.
Yeah. Right, what's the name? Alberta Sproul. Alberta Sproul was about 53. She was about 53, yes. Yeah, but they threw a flash grenade and killed her. The list goes on and on. It's like, I mean, we talking about stuff. We talking about stuff that we talked about 12 years ago. So it's like, you know, it has not changed. It's the same thing going on. Right, so read, brother.
Thus saith the Lord power, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah.
The Lord said Edom, which is the biblical name for the so-called white race, they have dealt against the house of Judah, which is the so-called Negroes. How have they dealt against us from the time of slavery and still raping, robbing, and murdering and killing our people today? They have dealt against us. Come on.
By taking vengeance.
By doing what?
By taking vengeance.
What do they do to our people?
By taking vengeance.
See, everything the so-called white man does to us is because of the internal hatred he has. So they're taking vengeance. They hate us because they're not us. They hate us because the Lord chose us.
Right.
They hate us because we're superior to them.
Right.
So the Lord said what? They take vengeance. Right, come on.
And had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
They have what?
And had greatly offended.
The Lord said they have greatly offended the Most High because we're His chosen people. Good.
And revenged himself upon them.
And revenged himself upon us. That's what they're doing. They got that internal hatred, so they take their vengeance out on us by killing us, slaughtering us. Shooting a brother in what's the brother name in Chicago 16 times? Laquan Donald. 16 times on camera. They say, oh, Black Lives Matter protest, shut down the mall or something. But no real justice, man. No real justice. Right? And for the people that feel, we're not knocking the people that feel like that's the only thing that they can do. They feel, okay, that's the only thing we can do is have a march or protest. But it's no real results of what's happening to us as a people. It's just continuing to happen. So obviously it's time to try something else. Right, good?
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch.
I see you in slavery, Esau. I see you in slavery.
Devil's on.
Right, good? Read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord power,
Okay.
I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom,
Read.
and will cut off man and beast from
The
it.
Lord said He's gonna cut off man and beast from it. All this land is gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. All this, so they can live it up. You see how packed and crowded Times Square has been all day and night since we've been out here? Tons of people, tourists and everything. They had a nice big fat Christmas ham yesterday.
Right.
And now it's time to walk around and see the sights of the city. Right, it's time to walk around and enjoy the sights. But guess what? The Lord said a vengeance is coming.
Right.
Vengeance is coming. Sooner or later, none of this is going to be able to take place. It's going to be shut down. Right, read what you got, brother.
And I will make it desolate from Timon,
Come on.
and they of the Dan shall fall by the
The
sword.
Lord said, I would make it desolate from T-Man, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. Come on.
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
What did the Lord say?
And I will lay my vengeance upon
The
Edom
Lord said He's going to lay His vengeance upon Edom. Come on.
by the hand of my people.
By what?
By the hand of my
The
people.
Lord said, by the hand of His people. Come on.
Israel.
What did the Lord say?
That's right. By the hand of my
The
people.
Lord said He's going to lay His vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people. Come on.
Israel.
That's why people, they get simple as hell when they say, oh, I don't want to enslave them like they enslaved us. So how are they going to get their vengeance back?
Right.
How are they going to get their vengeance back? The Lord uses men on the earth.
That's right.
So how the hell we going to pay them back if He's not going to use us to do it? Right, come on. Read on.
And they shall do in Edom according to my
The
anger.
Lord said we're going to do in Edom, amongst the so-called white man. Come on.
And according to my fury.
According to God's anger and His spirit. But the only way you can do that is by tapping back into your power source, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? That's what we have to do. We got to repent as believing Hebrew Israelites and come back to the knowledge of the Lord. Everything else we trying is failing. And the Lord making it that way to show you there's only one way. There's only one way. Give me 2 Ezra 8:1. There's only one way back to this knowledge. It's not all these other ways you're trying. Like I said, for people that don't know any better, it's understandable. I feel like all I can do is march or protest. I don't know what else. But you got to learn what else there is to do. The only time we was able to defeat our enemy, like we just celebrated the Hanukkah. What is the Hanukkah story based upon? When the Israelites came together and kept the laws and said, we got to fight against the Greeks to get back the temple. They had to fight, but they had to be keeping the laws first. That was the only way the Most High gave them the power to be able to defeat the Greeks.
That's
right.
That's right. Right, so if you want to, if our people just have to celebrate a Christmas or a holy day, you got the true holy day. Teach your children about the story of Hanukkah and give them gifts then and rejoice and be happy then for the right day.
Right.
Right, even so-called Santa Claus. Santa Claus comes from St. Nicholas.
right.
Saint Nicholas was a so-called black man patron saint in Russia in Asia Minor, and he went around giving gifts to the children during the Hanukkah season and praying for the sick and giving food and gifts to the poor during the so-called Hanukkah season.
Right.
So that's where they get Saint Nicholas from, which was really a so-called black man. But then they demonized it with Krampus,
Right.
which is the alter ego. Krampus is like Bad Santa. That's why they made the movie Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. That was a subliminal message. Because you have the German version of Santa, which is Krampus. You can look it up. And it's an evil alter ego of Saint Nicholas, the true so-called Santa Claus. It's an evil alter ego, which is nothing but Satan. Right? Satan's claws is what you caught up in. Right? So come back to the true history, so-called Negroes and Hispanics. And if you want to celebrate anything, celebrate the right days. Read, brother.
2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many.
So the Lord said he made this world for many, come on.
But the world to come.
But the Lord said the world to come on.
For few.
He made the world to come for few, because a lot of these people are going to die. That's why he said that. A lot of these people in these last days, they're going to perish. And we're going to start off the fresh new kingdom with a smaller amount of people and start all over again. Right, come on.
I will tell thee a similitude as it is, as when thou askest the earth.
Now jump down to 3. Get down to 3.
Verse 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 3.
Go ahead.
There be many created.
The Lord said there be many created, come on.
But few shall be saved.
But only a few are going to be saved. Right, many are called, but few are chosen. Right, it don't get no more simple than that. There be many created, but only a few going to be saved. The Lord got a lot of killing to do in these last days.
Right.
And he's going to do it by way of nuclear destruction. Right, come on.
So answered I and said, swallow then down.
Now jump over to 9 and 1. Let's get into the prophecy. 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. Jump over to that. Read that, brother. Look what the Lord did down in Mississippi. Brought tornadoes out of season.
Right.
And killed them people down in Mississippi. They didn't have such a Merry Christmas. The Lord jacked them up with tornadoes. Look what the Lord did in Afghanistan. He killed them 6 American soldiers. And one of them was an NYPD sergeant. So you police want to kill our people, the Lord gonna kill you. He did.